Welcome everybody to the All Smoke Podcast with your boys, Kep and Mason. And I think I'm going to have to figure out how to redo this intro because I don't know if I'm going to consider it a feature or if we're just going to consider this a full-time gig with our boy Derek Reynolds. DJ Reynolds is in the house.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Officially have became a resident of Barville, Kentucky.
Welcome. And it's good to have you.
It's good to be here.
DJ, it's about time. That's all I'm going to say. It's about time.
It took way too long.
It took DJ making us a bet that if X, Y, and Z happened, he would move back to Barberville.
And you know what? X happened.
Y happened.
And
then Z happened.
So we had to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a bet saying that I would move to Barberville if two things happened. X would be if my ex-girlfriend broke up with me. And Y being, why did my last job fire me? And those two things happened within a couple months. And then I said, well, I'm a man of my word. Booked the one-way ticket to Barberville, Kentucky. And I sleep in the kitchen.
Now he lives in the kitchen.
Your little nook. The little nook. The nook is actually, it's a smooth spot. It's all things considered.
Hey, DJ, how do you spell nook?
Ooh.
N. Zero. Q.
Nook.
Hey.
Follow the nook on Twitter. He's no, I'm just kidding. That's not real. Real. But we all are here now. It's finally happened. I'll be honest though. 2019 was a year of people getting fired all over the place. Mm-hmm. I got fired twice.
Who?
I got fired.
DJ got fired.
Who got fired?
I think Tyson got fired.
Who got fired?
Left his job.
I left my job.
Left his job. That's not.
And then came here. I didn't get fired. They actually wanted me to stay. They tried to keep me.
2019 was a strong year. It was a strong year. Started off 2020, moving right back where it all started, or at least where we all started.
See, this is what I mean. Kyle soft ass. I have to turn him up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell these people how it is.
I hate you sometimes. I really do.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just out here trying to make these people happy, give the people what they want. I'm not the people's champ. Leave that to Clint Coley, who's actually in Lexington right now. Shout out. But
advice from a fuckboy.
Great podcast. I'll shout that out because you know what? It's not like we're super big yet anyway, so.
Not at all.
I tried to get Crown Royal to sponsor us on the last episode, so.
And we do kind of shout out Kid Quill because Lord knows we try to plug those songs in the beginning of each episode or sometime in the middle. But you know what? It has been a hot minute since we dropped a podcast. What? Probably I'm time stamping 6 months.
That's fine. Wait. We can timestamp. I'll pull up the YouTube. Hold
on. It's been a grip.
Your videos.
Why has it been a long time?
3 months. No, it's been 3 months.
No, it's only been 3 months.
It's been 3 months.
You know what? That's not bad. But when did we record that one?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's been a hot minute, but it's nice to be back. You know, I was like, hopping on here, get some things off your chest, talk about some stuff. And, that's why we're here. So, Derek, what do we say we want to talk about today? Oh, I know we want to talk about So here's something that has happened in recent times. People bringing it up. Some people bring it up at work sometimes, and it's definitely a part of 2020 culture, and that's ghosting people. And I think that it is a hot topic because as you get older, ghosting is not exactly the right way to go about things. But I say the younger crowd, like we're not a part of the younger crowd. But it's one of those things. As you get older, you do it less. But when you're younger, you do that
right
a lot.
So let's start from the beginning. What is ghosting?
Define ghosting. Kyle, insert go.
He's a phantom. No, I'm just kidding.
But Danny Phantom?
Basically, defining ghosting would probably be talking to someone in a relational fashion, and one day they're gone. This person deletes you off of social media. You can't contact them. You snap them. Nothing goes through. You text them. Your text comes through green because
they delete you on Snapchat or said social media.
Delete you on said social medias, and you never hear from them again. Ghosting, at its finest.
Fair enough. So then I guess the bigger question is, why do we ghost?
It's an ego thing.
I don't know. Well, it could be, but it also could be like, say, I meet you on Tinder. I meet a female on Tinder, whatever the case is. But I have a significant other. And then my significant other happens to be out of town for the weekend or the month or for a job. All of a sudden, that significant other is coming back. So guess what? I got to cut you off because I can't be caught on Tinder.
You know what? That's definitely a situation where that would happen.
I'm not saying definitely that's every situation. I'm just saying it's a situation.
True. I also think sometimes you lose that interest just off tops. Like you talk to them, you're like, I don't mess with it.
Well, yeah. So then why string it on? So
why not just be like, yo, I'm not into you?
Because people are not good at cutting the cord. People let things string along for much longer than they should, and that goes along with a lot of things.
Fair enough. That happens.
It happens, but you know what? In today, it's today's culture, and it's things at ease and how easily accessible people are with social media, etc. If you are done with someone, fine. All you got to do is start swiping away and find the next person, the next average Joe to try to come and steal my heart.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it easier, though, is the fact that you can have Tinder, you can have Hinge, Bumble, and you'll have all these matches, and then you can go ghosting without feeling guilty. There's so many options.
Yes, you definitely don't feel as guilty, and especially when you don't meet these people in person. When you don't meet them in person, the that personal attachment, that emotional attachment, is not there. Because say you meet them in person, you go out on a date, and then it makes it worse. now you're in a deep hole because you've now dug yourself into you can't call it a relationship, but you can call it solid acquaintances, and then you ghost them, and then it's like, oh damn, that's messed up.
Yeah. Name a time you've been ghosted.
Oh.
That's a oh well.
Aw.
Yeah. Aw. I can't.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
While Kyle finds his story.
So the one time I've been ghosted. So me and the girl, we were Snapchatting. Things were great. Everything's fine. She was like, "You're cute." And I was like, "You're gorgeous." Like, I would love to meet you one day. Let's
what it do, baby?
Let's grab a cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Some coffee and some
Actually,
donuts.
no. We were gonna plan to meet for lunch. And I said, "All right. Well, I'm off at this time for lunch." And she said, "Okay, let's meet at this restaurant." I texted her. I said, "All right, I'm on my way." She said, "Okay, coming down." I walk into the restaurant.
I remember this.
I text her. I said, "I'm here." I said, "All right, well, I'm about to order." 15 minutes goes by. All right, my food came out. 30 minutes went by. All right, I'm gonna start. By that point, I start eating. I was like, "Yeah, there's."
Yeah, all right. So she's not coming. You're not coming. Okay.
And then she officially became a phantom.
Ghosted hard. That's tough. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever been. I've never been stood up. It's been a while since I think I've been
stood
on
up and ghosted are different, though.
But I don't think I've ever made it. There's been a few times, I haven't made it through the talking part of it.
Yeah,
It's been a while, but
I think she deleted my number. I think deleted me off Snap.
Definitely deleted off Snap.
I was like, man,
it's just there's ways you can or okay, if you want to be a decent human being, you just say, "Hey, this is the reason I couldn't make it. I'm not feeling it. I will never see you. Or I'll see you when I see you. See ya. Call it a day." That's what a mature adult would do. But, I mean, Who's a mature adult these days at our age?
I have
Very
bills.
few.
I have a car payment. I have a credit card payment. I pay rent. I pay utilities.
I got a job.
I got things I gotta do.
I don't live at home with mommy and daddy.
That's also a fact.
So I like to consider myself somewhat of an adult.
Somewhat of an adult,
sort of.
But from a maturity standpoint, not everybody can do that. Can do the, that in-person conversation or even talk about that via text or whatever.
Fair.
That's hard. It's a hard conversation to have.
So Kyle,
I think. Yo.
Have you ever ghosted anyone?
Ghosted anyone? Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
You are not a mature adult.
No, I was not. This is like 2 years ago. This is 2018.
This is what I'm talking about, timestamp and stuff right here.
Mm-hmm. This is it. I love timestamping. So just to let y'all know.
So here's the thing. Not that it's gonna get him in any trouble, but
chill out, dog.
2018.
So yeah, in June of 2018 on the 22nd.
But the worst part is I did it. It was an in-person. We had already met in person. Got down. And then I just stopped.
So why did you stop?
She wasn't it.
No,
she wasn't it. She wasn't it. It was weird.
Your 7-day trial period was.
It was a 2-week. It was a 2-week trial. It was a 2-week trial, and it just wasn't it. It wasn't it. And I said, you know what? What's crazy though? She found me at work. All right, here you go.
Wait.
6 months later, she found me at work. Mind you, so
did she just happen to stop by, or
so things went down in it may have been March 2018.
Here it goes, timestamping again,
Timestamp it, March 2018. But this is December. This is December 20. This is right before I moved out here. This is December 2018. So I already know I'm moving. Whatever. She comes to my work. She walks in. I was like, oh no. She walks in, and I know she saw me. I was like, here we go.
No, I am not Kyle Kiplinger. Who is that?
She starts talking to me. She finds out. She tells me how she's all enlightened. She's become enlightened and is follows these people that are all about success, but they don't work. They don't have actual jobs. They just do things together. Total pyramid scheme. But they're playing on people's emotions, which is messed up, but whatever. And she was like, I'm not that type of girl anymore. I don't just do this and that. I said, damn, that's crazy. She dead ass, she stayed at my work for 2 hours. Mind you, I'm ringing in customers between conversation times.
I was gonna say, at the time you were working at GNC, so
yeah,
you were dealing with
she's behind the desk.
Customer service.
She's behind the desk, chilling. I'm like I gotta take care of this. She's like, it's fine, I'll just wait. I'm like, oh my god, I think you need to leave.
No, you won't. Why are you waiting? Please leave.
And then she left, and then I never saw her. And then that was probably the last time I saw her.
Fair.
G baby, I don't mess with you. Her name started with G.
Oh wow.
So he threw a G baby reference in. He had to.
Rest in peace.
Shout out G Baby. G Baby, look, great movie.
Mason, any
Hi,
ghosting
Derek.
experiences?
Been ghosted.
Ghosted.
I want to say I've probably ghosted more than I've been ghosted.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Aren't you a damn catch? You
No. Hold on. Let me explain. So, growing up, obviously, you guys know I played baseball a lot. That was my life.
Yes.
So I traveled a lot. I was traveling to Pittsburgh, to Atlanta, to Florida, to Notre Dame, to all of these places.
Yeah.
So, not that I was meeting different girls at every place, but, I meet you, you're cool, we kick it, but once I leave, I'm done talking to you. So, I'm just not responding anymore. Chicago? Prime example.
Yeah.
That was before I knew you, though. That was well before I knew you. Long time before I knew you.
Oh, yeah, fair.
But, yeah. But I actually met, her softball team was there in Chicago for a tournament as well, so, we were stayed in the same hotel, so it was, it was a whole thing. But anyway, so, yeah, I guess that's where my experience come from, is that I just I travel a lot when I was a kid. So when I say a kid, but
it's never okay to ghost people, but it just happens.
Yeah, well, I think ghosting has become the modern way of ending things.
Here's the thing,
between
though.
You and a person.
Yes, because, and I'll stick by this statement. But today's generation doesn't know how to have face-to-face interaction. Like, prime example, and I'm not calling you two out because obviously we're sitting here talking and recording a podcast and we're really talking to each other, but through a computer. But, like, both of you are on your phones right now. I'm probably going to be on my phone when I'm done talking. But, like, kids in today's generation don't know how to sit down or go to someone and express how they feel.
The thing now is that, kids and, again, accessibility. Why would I need to get up and go talk to you when I can just hop on my Xbox or PlayStation and basically talk to you what would be like talking on the phone?
What's crazy
is in real time.
What's crazy is I've heard stories of people meeting on Twitch or Xbox or PlayStation and actually like having a long distance relationship, but never actually being with the person.
Oh no, that's a thing. That's a thing.
That's crazy to me.
That's where we're at right now. I think
nuts,
that's just
dude.
kind of where kids are because there's such a like social anxiety because of Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Like you have to feel like you have to come off a certain way. So you only post certain things, you only make it look like this and that, when in reality you're sitting behind your PlayStation or you're on Twitch or on whatever, just chilling.
And then at the end of the day, when you actually are put in a social situation where you have to talk,
it's now
be at a party.
Awkward. I forget.
You become awkward.
I forget
you're
socially,
with,
disconnected from everybody.
I forget who it was. It was a celebrity of some sort. I don't remember if it was LeBron. I don't remember who it was. But they were like, I'm not going to let my kids have social media until they're a certain age and they understand things because I don't want them to associate that heart on Instagram or that heart on Twitter to mean people like you.
That's true.
Because, and this is all honesty, and I've noticed this a lot recently, but how many people do you follow on whatever social media it is that you genuinely, like, if you never saw a tweet or a picture of them for the rest of your life, you could care less, but you're still double tapping their photos because you want to double tap their photo.
Basically all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Basically all of them.
And I know that like people that goes for people towards me as well, but like point being is, if you like you're literally doing that because it's like not pity, but
well, I think about it like this. When I say we, I mean the ages of 27 to 23, 20, maybe even 22. We were that in-between generation where social media wasn't a big thing till we got to like college.
Yeah, like I remember days without Instagram.
We had MySpace, like we had Facebook, but it wasn't what it is now.
Right.
Like Facebook was still starting out. I just saw a thing on my memories. Like I had just gotten Timeline on Facebook. Right. Timeline doesn't even exist anymore. Like Facebook was still such a it's just not where it is today. And Snapchat I think came out maybe when we were seniors.
I was in
Twitter
high school for sure.
was maybe freshmen, juniors, sophomores in high school.
I for sure had a freshman. I know I signed up because I'm pretty sure on my Twitter. I'm gonna open it up real quick.
So we'll go with like 2010, 2009
profile.
Twitter probably dropped. So
I joined Twitter in September of 2009.
Okay, so 2009. So roughly. We're probably roughly 2008, 2009. Instagram probably 2011, and then you can kind of rattle off all the rest from there. But we're in that in between where it wasn't popular yet. Like we had to go to our friends' houses to hang out. We had to, call our parents. Hey, Mom, can I go to so and so's house? Chill.
I remember in the summertime as a kid being in middle school, had no idea what your friend that lived a street down was doing that day. But you rode your bike or scooter over to his house.
Yes,
and you showed up
and knocked on the door.
You didn't know. It was like,
come out to
hey,
play?
can Corey come? My best friend growing up was Corey. could Corey come outside today? And then we were outside until that sun went down. And when the sun went down,
street light came on.
Yeah, when the street light came on, you better been back at home.
Right. Exactly.
Or you better have been at someone's house, checked in with your parents. You better had called. I better had called my dad when those street lights came on. Like, Dad, I'm at Corey's house. Do I need to be home at a certain time, or can I stay here? Like it, but we were outside. Like there was no
that. Like I said, we're that in between, but we're still engraved and ingratiated into the social media world because it caught fire when it in a time where you're finding yourself. So now you're like in college, going through life, recording everything. So you're really going through it in college, whereas kids now are doing it in middle school, elementary school, middle school, high school.
Well, yeah, because when you were in college, you wanted to share all your experiences that you're having in college with the friends that are back at home or at other schools.
And I'll say right now, if Snapchat, Instagram, maybe, where you can, because like on Instagram you can send a private pic, like you can basically Snapchat someone on Instagram.
Yeah, quick
but
access.
If that would have been very as popular as it is today when I was in high school, oh man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, my high school went through a whole sexting scandal without that stuff.
Well, that's what I had to deal with as well. I say I didn't necessarily have to deal with it. School administrations are now having to deal with it, and as far as like punishment, because the issue with it in the high school and middle school levels is that yes, it's freedom of speech, but if it somehow conflicts with school, which is it's a weird situation because kids are getting in trouble with things that they are doing outside of campus, which doesn't make any sense because of your natural freedoms.
See, here's the problem. The problem with our situation is the girls were taking pictures at school, so the pictures of the females were at in the locker rooms.
There you go.
So which then caused the school to have to put up signs. It was a great time.
Like there was a couple football players that were drinking in the parking lot. They were drinking in the parking lot at school, and so for a few of them, that was their last chance. Never saw the field ever again, and as seniors too. So, it's one of those things. They did it on campus. It was on Snapchat or an Instagram story or their Finsta, whatever.
Which is hilarious to me, by the way.
We don't know who you are. Oh, sure. Whatever. But, but like, you're still going to get caught. And I think that's what kids don't understand. Like, someone's going to see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%.
And there's always those snitches. Snitches still exist.
Yeah. You're right. I completely agree with you. I'm just going back on like how technology comparing generations. So example, took my 16-year-old brother to a concert. So the whole day was mapped out for us to go to a friend's house for a day party. Sure, have a few drinks.
And when I say day party, I mean it was literally people chilling at your friend's house.
Yeah,
it wasn't crazy.
Yeah, it was probably maybe 20 people.
Yeah. In a rather large spot. Yeah, like it wasn't small.
But so we go to my boy Victor's and we show up and I bring my 16-year-old brother, Mason's with me. We're going to see a John Bellion concert. And so I'm the social butterfly. I'm talking with everyone, talking with all my friends. Mason's met a few of them a few times. And Tillman's just kind of tagging along. He pulls me over to the side and he says, "Hey DJ." I'm like, "What's up, T?" I don't know what to do. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what to do? Go talk to people. Excuse me. And he said, "Well, I don't know how to party." My 16-year-old brother looked at me dead in my eyes. Told me, "I don't know how to." Basically, what he says, "I don't know how to."
Yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, okay. When he says party, he doesn't mean like I don't know how to get turned up and chug a beer. No, he means like I don't know how to socially interact with people.
I don't know how to float from conversation to conversation. It's pretty much exactly what he was telling me. Yeah. And so I'm like, well, make it easy. Walk up to someone and say, "Hey, how's it going?" Who do you know here? Like anything other than not saying.
Yeah, which is, and I think it's different for guys because we're a little bit more into the gaming. So just on a general scale, 16-year-old guys are going to be playing games and not as socially.
What does Tillman do? When the summer that we went, this was my senior year in college, I think. Yeah. But what did Tillman do? I love Tillman to death. So if he listens to this, bro, I love you. But every day, Tillman would wake up, he'd play video games, he'd come upstairs, eat lunch, go back downstairs, play video games. He'd come back upstairs, eat dinner, and he'd go back to but that's all he did.
Yeah. Whereas like on the opposite end, like my sister, Alyssa, same, but almost the same age as Till, she's a little bit older, 17.
Yeah.
She can socialize with the best of them. She's the life of the party.
Yeah, your sister is a social butterfly.
Without the phone. 100%. So she can talk about whatever, whenever.
Which is rare at that age. You don't see that.
It is rare. So like that's the other side of it is, and I think it's definitely a gender thing. Like I think guys but it's more of a guys play games. Yeah. So most of your friends are online, whereas girls.
I mean, I will say
different.
Even me as a 24-year-old about to be 25 soon, I am very guilty of sitting in my room, DJ being 30 feet away. And me inviting him to a party on PlayStation because I don't. It's mostly because I just don't want to yell down the hallway into the living room. But I am very guilty of inviting DJ to a party on PlayStation because I just don't want to yell.
Right, but also you have a job.
Which involves talking into the thing I'm talking into right now.
You do so many other things than just play.
It's the in-between generation. I'm telling you, it's that in-between. You could do both. You can socialize, and I can game online with random people.
Right. If you ask Tillman, what would you rather do? Go outside and go experience and have all your friends outside, or sit inside and play video games? 9 times out of 10, if it's not something he really, really wants to do, he's not going outside.
He's going to choose the game.
Right. So then my mom looks at it like, okay, well, the situation at hand is basically video games have become a babysitter.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Essentially. Really, you no longer have to really like press the issues. You're not worrying about where they're at, what they could be doing, getting into trouble. But that's also, I say it's about being a kid, but I mean you are being a kid and going out and getting in trouble and doing things like that.
If you think about it too, like if Tillman's sitting down, now granted he lives in Chicago, and they don't live in the worst part of town at all.
No.
But what I'm saying is, your mom knows that in Chicago, Tillman is sitting downstairs playing video games, rather than
running out in the street,
running somewhere down.
I don't know if
downtown.
He's at San Juanitas. I don't know if he's at the
right. He might be
Indian.
He might have got lost on the train and took the wrong stop and be in the South Side right now. Poor little white Tillman in the South Side of Chicago.
Right, but check it out. So because he lacked social skill to whatever.
Yes.
But he's 16.
Right.
So now he's starting to hit this point in his life where.
Well, you better start.
Sally's looking kind of cute today. So and he actually. So one day he texted me. He's like, "Hey,
I remember this.
I need your help."
I remember this.
Tell me, what could you possibly need help from me? He said, "So there's this girl."
First of all, DJ is the last person you want to talk. No, I'm kidding.
Not true. I am the best person to give advice. I just don't take my own. Other than that, so
none of us do. Let's be honest.
He said, I like this girl. I don't know what to do. What should I do? I'm like, well, for starters, hang out with her, go out and do things with her. He's like, okay, where do we go? I'm like, okay, well, for fuck's sake, dude, like,
invite her to an Xbox party.
Don't do that. Whatever you're used to, don't do that. Do the complete opposite of what you're used to doing.
True.
Honestly, would work. So then
do what DJ did. Get some sushi.
Pretty much. Yeah,
sushi's not a bad idea.
Honestly, I don't mess with sushi like that.
I'm allergic to avocado, so
I promise you, best date idea: go get some sushi. All you can eat, $20. You're spending $40.
$20.
You're
man,
good.
I wish I could find a place for $20. Most other places back home were $25.
I don't eat.
But check
sushi.
me out.
I don't eat $25 for the sushi. I
my
can't.
guy,
My mouth starts itching.
Listen,
I don't eat sushi.
But it's all you can eat. You're good. The average roll without all you can eat, I don't know, probably $12. 6 pieces for $12.
Wouldn't know. I don't eat sushi.
That's a little excessive.
I don't
okay.
I would say like $5 to $7. Regardless,
we live in 2 different cities. Our sushi quality is a lot better.
Maybe Kep's going to the dollar store of sushi. DJ might be going to the bougie.
Kaizen was the.
You're just allergic to avocado.
Yeah, so I can't eat.
So he's not ordering the expensive rolls.
I'll pay
for
your $25 all you can eat. But
basically.
If I don't get the all you can eat, now you're gonna feel weird if you don't get all you can eat. So
anyway,
it's fine.
Do better.
Get better, kid.
It's called allergies. Unless I want to end up in the hospital.
Fair enough.
Wouldn't be the.
But either way, socializing, taking people out on dates
basically,
and whatnot.
End of the day, technology has eliminated being social, and because of that, you experience ghosting because you're afraid to tell people what's going on.
Ghosting and social anxieties at its peak right now.
I agree.
So what happens when technology goes down the drain and we all go dark?
Okay, let's be real. let's be 100% here. 100. And I mean, I want you to answer this honestly.
100.
Is that going to happen in our lifetime?
No, not in our lifetime.
So I don't care.
I'm telling you.
What does
think about it like this? Think about it like this. I heard this the other day. 100 years from now, people are gonna look at our from 19. When was the first computer made?
90s probably. It's in the late 90s.
It was late 90s. I'm pretty sure the first computer was like
maybe
late 80s.
Late 80s. Okay.
So we're gonna go from 80. So we'll say from 85 to it's now to 2030.
Yeah.
The rapid amount of technology and how fast it advanced, people are gonna look back at like this is the time. Whereas us, like, it's so normalized. Like, oh, it's the new iPhone. Oh, it's the new iPhone.
They're coming out.
They're coming out with a new iPhone. Oh crap! Now I gotta get that iPhone. Like, there's a new type of Bluetooth. Oh, it's smaller. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, they got AirPods. Oh, now your AirPods got Alexa in it. What? That's crazy. Like, Siri. Whatever. Whatever your Google Pod. I'm sure there's Google earphones.
I think the
glasses.
I think the Bose have Alexa. Maybe I don't remember.
I'm sure one of them has it, but like that's where we're at right now. Like, but it's so normal to us. Where like in the future when things aren't moving as fast, but because we got there as quick as we did, things move slower. Like,
or like, do you ever think about every once in a while like? So our parents remember a time without cell phones.
Yes.
Like I vividly remember only having a house phone and having to be on the cord.
I remember not having a cell phone.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then I still remember my house phone number from what? Well, I mean, I still use it for like my Kroger Plus number and stuff, but
we definitely don't have the phone number anymore.
Oh no, neither do we. Neither do we. But we still like I can
remember the phone number.
I remember the phone number.
I can remember.
But like
my grandparents still have a house phone, and that's the phone I call.
Right. But my point being is like we look back on that and like our parents are like, oh yeah, I remember when black and white TV. You ever think now think about it. Kids that are born or like kids younger, like your youngest sister, will never remember a time without HD TV.
Yes. Well, no, she would maybe remember not HD TVs, but maybe she would have been a kid, like very 4 or 5 kid. So I hear you.
But like
she's like right there, depending on how.
Yeah, and like or now like kids nowadays are not gonna remember a day without Bluetooth. I remember not having Bluetooth. I damn well remember not having Bluetooth.
Well,
I remember when Bluetooth was weird.
What's wild? Like 3 years ago, they started teaching 9/11 as a historical event.
That's also weird because I lived through. I
remember before 9/11 happened. Right. Like,
yeah,
that was.
Or like
there's so many things.
Like nowadays, aux cords are irrelevant.
When's the last time you watched a VCR?
You did a VHS.
A VHS.
VHS, either way.
VCR.
When's the last time you used it?
A VCR is for the VHS.
Okay, when's the last time
used it?
When's the last time you used it? I can't remember the last time.
Yo, you remember? Video. I used to have a TV like this when I was a kid.
Shoot, when's the last time you used a DVD?
Oh, well, no, that's my next.
Blu-rays.
That's my next thing is. I remember having a TV when I was a kid that had a VHS slot in one side and a DVD slot in the other side.
Hell yeah, you were balling if you had
Hell
both.
Yeah, you were.
Right. Or one that was both, but the DVD was like a 6-disc.
Yeah.
You dig? Oh boy.
Yeah.
With the CD player in it too.
When's the last time you bought a CD?
Never.
Actually, a physical copy.
The Carter 4.
So,
high school,
10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
So. But you bought it and then you downloaded that to your iPod?
No. I actually had the physical disc in my car. And actually, I think it was even after that.
Did you download it to your iPod, though?
No.
Oh.
I had the physical disc in my car, and that's where it stayed. And that's the only time I listened to the Carter 4 was in my car.
I only buy physical disc of things that are essentially my favorite.
Or
like I have 4 movies on DVD to my name.
I have like a couple
favorite movies.
I can vividly remember.
Movies.
I can vividly remember T.I.'s Paper Trail on disc. The Carter 4.
Not the best album.
No.
I loved it.
Drake's Take Care. Had that on disc.
Needs no explanation.
No.
See,
and also Kid Quill's first album that he doesn't consider an album, Ear to Ear.
I have a couple DVDs. I have Remember the Titans,
classic.
Sandlot,
mm-hmm.
Great movie. And then I think I have Little Giants, but I'm not entirely sure.
All of mine,
but I know I have those two for sure. So like,
all of mine are Christmas movies.
All mine are black.
I don't have
any. All of mine are Christmas. Juice. So like Home Alone. Mine are Home Alone.
Juice.
I don't. Oh man,
Paid in full.
I have I have all of the Star Wars. Well, the first 6. I have the first 6 on DVD.
New Jack City. Chris Rock plays a drug addict. Some dark movies.
but like that's where we're at. Like kids, like there's no DVDs in the house. Everything is streaming. Everything is online.
Netflix,
everything is Wi-Fi.
Hulu.
Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. Apple TV, Apple Plus,
Apple Pay.
Apple Pay.
Isn't it crazy that you think about that? Like,
anymore?
Yeah, you think about that. Like, you guys literally send me rent and utilities on Apple Pay every month.
Via Apple Pay.
You can check your bank account from your phone.
Yeah,
you don't have to go get You don't have to go get a bank statement.
Not
anymore.
even. You used to have to call.
or the days of keeping a checkbook.
Keeping a checkbook, yeah. Now you can just look on your phone.
Right. That's why, like, people are like, oh, like, or like not my grandma, but my aunt was like, I need to write this down on my checkbook. I'm like, yeah, hold on.
How much money I got?
Yeah, I spent $20 yesterday, $30 the day. Yeah, like, no,
exactly.
I spent $8.98 at McDonald's. Like, no, I'm good.
Dog, like, imagine being on a sushi date
and having to write it down in your checkbook.
You have to pull out you have to call the bank to see if you have
pull out my checkbook so I can write this check.
And let's say, like, hey, swipe my card. Will pull me to the side if it gets declined.
Well, what's wild is around here, when I was working at GNC last year, people would pay with checks, like with
down.
Their checks
Okay, down
and
here
I was like,
it's more common.
What in the world is this? Like,
down here it's more common,
and like you had to stick it through a little thing, and it was it was wild. I was like, I don't know how you do that. You could just swipe your card away and call it a day.
When I worked at Lids, we didn't accept checks.
Or go get cash.
Or if we did accept checks, I don't remember accepting checks. I don't remember.
Checks.
I don't remember if we did or not. I don't think we did.
You would have. You had to, because we even did in Vegas.
But I don't remember.
I only did one in Vegas.
But I don't remember having a machine to do anything with it with.
It goes in the receipt part thing. There's like a little piece underneath, and you just slip it through, and then it goes up, and it goes down, and then it prints like it. Right, it's crazy. It sounds like a fucking fossil.
If we did, I didn't do it.
You know what else is a fossil? Fax machines.
Bro, yes.
We have to fax so many things at work. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
For absolutely no reason. I said, why don't I just scan it and email it?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, sure, you can do that too. Why do I need to fax? There's still things we need to fax.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? It's the same thing as a scanned email. You're not getting the actual physical thing.
You're just getting a copy of it.
You're getting a copy of it on the other end.
Right. Oh, that's a good question.
Wild. You know they still fax letters of intent for sports.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know
you
that.
still
have to.
You still have to fax letters.
I did
letters
not
of
know
intent.
that.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's crazy.
Interesting. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Old school. Fax machines.
Makes sense.
Fax machines are dinosaurs.
Well, see, the most part now that you have, like, most fax machines are just printers.
Fax, no printers.
God.
Someone had to say it.
No, but
it wasn't me though.
They're really just like built into a printer. It's nothing crazy. Like, it's not its own machine.
That's true.
Yeah, also, corporate printers are giant,
heavy duty things,
tanks.
man.
Don't get me started.
Heavy duty.
Don't get me started on corporate printers, bro.
Okay. We won't talk about corporate.
We won't talk about corporate printers. But yeah, shoot. I don't know if I have anything left for today.
I don't know. I did read that 45% of the world are single people.
45%.
Really?
That's wild. So if they're single, so that means the other 55% is married,
or in some,
and 50% of that is gonna end in divorce or breakup.
That's crazy.
So really,
it's only 35% are really gonna make it. Dang. I'm gonna die single.
So then you got to think, why is 45%? Why?
Why?
Is 45% of this
Why are
world
45%
single?
Oh, that's for.
Because dating apps take over, and there's so many options.
I'm not even gonna worry about that no
There's
more.
a whole thing, but we're not gonna get.
There's a whole thing. We're not gonna get into that today.
Maybe another time.
I thought it's been a solid comeback podcast today. I thought we did pretty well today.
Pretty
Probably
much.
on here for what, 30 minutes?
Pretty much loving
40?
computers. What we
40
were doing.
minutes?
We just dropped 40.
Bad. Not drop 40 minutes. 40 minutes of knowledge on you guys.
It's decent.
And I also want you to know that this is 40 minutes with no breaks of music in between.
40
Just
minutes of no breaks, yeah. So, man, we were talking today. But hey, we're back. We're back at it. Hopefully we can start recording these a little bit more often. But it's about to get crazy because, sports and whatnot. And
yeah, I'm about to be gone.
Mostly Mason's fault.
My fault. Blame
Sioux Falls
our
is
men's
coming.
team for winning the 7th straight conference tournament. My bad. Or conference
No cap.
championship.
Shout out to Union College men's
Yeah,
basketball.
but no, I'm going to be gone for what could be a week and a half. It could be a couple days. It just kind of depends on how our men's team plays.
But we're going to get that posted before the time.
It will be posted before I leave. But
And then we can let it marinate.
At such later date.
And then, like last summer, I've got all the time in the world. We can record whenever we want to.
We can do that. We'll have plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Mixtape.
Dropping summer 2020.
We'll shoot for August.
Also,
Still
for
summer.
everyone who listens and / watches our YouTube videos, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate the listens.
We
It's
had 83 on one, 68 on another, and 44 on another.
and hopefully we can get y'all to come back and listen some more. We're gonna try to. I think we might. I don't want to say we're gonna rebrand, but there's gonna be some changes coming. I think because I gotta come up with a whole new intro because it was just Kevin Mason. Now we got Kip Mason DJ. I gotta come up with a new intro. But that's what I'm here for because.
I don't know
All about
that.
my intros.
I think I am.
I don't.
Come with heat.
I don't know that you're. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
He's no longer a feature.
Because here's the thing though. Because we had views
employee.
without you.
Oh.
So I don't know about the best thing.
Kevin.
I mean, do you want to compare videos to views?
It's shady in here.
Do you want to compare?
Do you want to talk about who lived in a bigger city when they released it and had more friends and did social activities like play football, go to softball, play softball games, kickball, soccer? You want to talk about that?
Let's if we went from an overall.
Listen, overall.
What about episode 2? What happened with episode 2?
Oh, because you got promoted. I did mine with no
That's
promotion.
wild.
Self-promoting.
We didn't promote ours.
Oh,
someone
did not.
picked up. So that's not true. No, but we didn't pay them. They picked it up on their own.
It
That's not my fault.
they decided to retweet it and
That's
we
not my
got
fault.
X amount of listens.
Anyways.
Went off. Anyways, we're here. We're back. And the All
DJ's
Smoke
still ugly.
podcast will be posted
Always
here
ugly.
pretty soon. Can't wait for y'all to listen.
Why your hairline
We
messed up.
appreciate it. Follow on Instagram. They call me Kep.
What? What were
DJ
you doing,
at
socials?
socials.
Oh yeah, on Instagram, DJ Ren REYN 13. Instagram, Twitter. I think it's the same thing. It might just be DJ Reynolds 13.
And Mason,
I'm pulling mine up currently. I don't remember which one's which.
he always forgets his Twitter.
No, I always forget my. Well, one of them I switched. Anyway, Instagram is Mason_Elam42, and actually they're both the same. Instagram and Twitter are the same thing. So
Yeah, so
I'm on there.
follow it up. We'll put the links in the bio or in the description.
they'll be in the bios as always,
And
or the description. Yeah.
we'll put the links in the description. Thanks for listening. This has been the All Smoke podcast with your boys, Kep, Mason, and DJ.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh yeah, do all that too.